Alright, y'all, we're back at it again. Continuation of our mock draft. Next up with the 24th pick, we got the Arizona Cardinals. Um, Arizona Cardinals was a very good team last year, considering um, a lot of things they had to overcome. They were down to pulling quarterbacks off the street, and they were able to somehow get it done and make something work with that. To me, the biggest two needs that they have really are on offense: quarterback and running back. I don't believe they have a 1,000-yard back. I don't think they've had one in quite some time. I'm not going to pinpoint how long, but I believe it's been a minute. Um, wow. If they went, if they went with a quarterback, I don't see any quarterback left that has a high first round. That's a first round draft pick. You got Brett Huntley out of UCLA, but I don't think he's a first round pick. I think he's more like a second to third round pick. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to reach just because you need a quarterback, because then you could set your, again, like I've said before, when you mess up at the quarterback position, set your franchise back 5 years. You could mess up at a couple other positions and it won't set you back as greatly as quarterback does, because quarterback, for some reason enough, when quarterbacks stink it up, quarterbacks can potentially get head coaches fired. You know, when they stink it up. Mike Shanahan is a good example of that. The Ravens, when they had drafted Kyle Bowler, he's an Brian Billick. He's an example of that. It's other examples that I don't want to go down the list of coaches who gotten fired because of that. So I don't think that Arizona, because Bruce Arians is a really good coach. He's another a good, intelligent coach, and I don't believe that he would. I don't think that they recognize any quarterback at this stage of the draft that's worth that high of a pick. So the one player that or the player that I'm giving them is Melvin Gordon, running back out of Wisconsin. Melvin Gordon is a good back. Some people compare him to Jamal Charles. I don't compare him to Jamal Charles. I think he's his own unique type of back. I also believe that he comes from Wisconsin. A lot of running backs that come from Wisconsin produce very greatly, and they do very good in that system at Wisconsin, because Wisconsin, they're in the Big Ten, and in the Big Ten, a lot of teams up there run a pro-style offense. You need to have a big offensive line and a nice, solid running game, and they have that. I believe he can be good in the NFL. I do believe that, but I'm not going to say he's Jamal Charles. He may look like him, but I don't think he's him. Melvin Gordon is a three-down back, and I think the one area he needs to improve on, and it's probably because they don't do this a lot at Wisconsin, is catching the ball. But I do believe that he can, you can work on that and get better at that in the next level. So again, with the 24th pick, I'm giving Arizona Melvin Gordon. And oh, by the way, I noticed that I had a hole in my shirt. So, if you guys make comments about it, hee hee ha ha, I could take a joke. No big deal. All right.